Hey networkers, it's Josh here, and I have kind of an open-ended question for you. Is the revival era of Disney over? A lot of you have seen the video that Dale did quite a while back about all the different eras in Disney animation, and the most clear that we can look at is the time in which the Disney Renaissance happened. We could say that there's a clear indication of who was in charge at Disney Animation during the time of the Disney Renaissance between Jeffrey Katzenberg and Michael Eisner. But there are differences in every era, and so I bring to you what I think is the end of the revival era. You can believe in many different things, and many people have had this argument of when the revival era began. But to me, John Lasseter being in charge of Disney Animation and Bolt in 2008 is really where it began. But you can argue the success that came was with Princess and the Frog 1 year later in 2009. Sure, you can start there. John Lasseter joining Disney Animation, merging Pixar and Disney together, really gave an emphasis on not only CG animation, but really great storytelling. Disney had struggled to find its footing with Chicken Little or Meet the Robinsons with CG, but it really seemed to find its stride heading forward, and when Tangled came out, that really became a huge expression for what Disney would be moving forward. Since then, we've seen movies like Wreck-It Ralph or Zootopia, Frozen, Moana. They've all been huge box office successes, and in fact, the revival era may have even outgrossed the Renaissance, but the upcoming movies can tell a different story. Disney is more focused not on original tales, but growing some of the franchises and characters that they already have. We know that we're already going to be getting a Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet, which I'm not saying is bad. I'm excited for that film, but it's a sequel with characters we already know. And we know that we're going to get a Frozen 2 in the future as well. So, with that being said, are we leaving the revival era and starting some kind of sequel era? Another part of the story is that John Lasseter, who's been the man in charge of Disney Animation since Bolt, is seemingly going out the door. It's not been confirmed, it's not been said, but with allegations of sexual assault, unwanted hugging and touching, it seems like Disney might be willing to get rid of their creative genius. John Lasseter has added a lot to what Disney's revival era and what Disney Animation is, and it's almost become so similar to what Pixar is that it would be nice to see Disney moving in a different direction. Of course, I wouldn't really care for a sequel direction, but I would love to see some of the Meander software, some of the things that we saw in Paperman come into play moving forward, seeing that hybrid of 3D and 2D, and going into a different era, moving away from any kind of animation that any of the other studios have. But what do you guys think? Is the revival era dead? Was Moana the last movie from the revival era, or is it going to continue? And if so, what do you see the new era becoming? Is it the sequel era, or is it going to be something else? Or is it determined on who really is in charge of Disney Animation at the time? But that's it for now. Leave your comments down below. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you've helped us grow as far as we've gone. If you want to continue to help support us, you can grab one of our shirts. We're releasing new shirts every Tuesday, so there's always stuff in our shop. And if you just want to help us out and support us, there's great stuff going on over at Patreon. You can support us there. Just click on the P at the end of this video. And until next time, keep on moving, people.